Hello everybody, hope you're having another blessed day. In today's video, we are back on Doing Book to answer a little comment we had in one of our previous videos. Someone was requesting some test hands of our Dark Warrior build. I will say from my own personal experience, messing with this deck a lot and local hold up that it's the best goddamn deck out there, the best goddamn Dark Warrior build. You can hate me in the comment section, you can comment your own stuff, but god dang, this thing is filthy. Alright, so this is what we're currently playing. A little bit different than I think the last little deck profile I posted, but still, we know it's the same combo. We're smacking out a Kali Yuga, we'll be smacking out either Appaloosa or a Halka Fabric and some random janky tune like a Korra Dragon. Know the business, okay? So some may just be curious about the consistency of this deck. I can say from experience, this deck has about roughly between an 85 and 90% accuracy to go full combo every time, which is pretty good, so it was good. Locals, you get full combo full time. Right? Well, you know what? Enough me kind of talking about it. Jump into it and let me show you. Alright? So we know we gotta get onto here. We're gonna do this a little bit of solo mode. See what happens here. First hand of the game. Really janky sound effects in my headset right now, but right now, I know this is actually a filthy hand. You know, it's like, oh, look at those two terrible bricks. Yeah, we got two crappy bricks. We don't want to see this. Fortunately, since this card actually is not really a bad brick, I'll show you why. Okay. So if this combo, I would say you want to start Reinforcement Army to try to bait out a hand trap negate. If not, what you're going to be doing is that you're searching out the Butter Spy, because Butter Spy plus Connector is a broken. Right? Now, unfortunately, since you do have these two bricks, not going to be able to do your full kind of schematic of what you can do with this kind of hand. You won't be able to really discard for Dolphin yet, after Isolde. But, you know, so this one here, normal summon the Connector, which is triggered its normal summon effect. It also will trigger the Butterfly to chain block it, okay? So you can't just gate the Connector since 2. Get the Surge for Aqua Dolphin. Where are you at, Dolphin? There he is. There it is. Now, this is kind of an awkward situation, because typically you would Dolphin's effect, discard one of your cards, and then take a real card out of their hands. But since you have these two terrible cards to draw, what I would do in this situation is actually just go into my next combo and use Dolphin later. Now, regularly in a combo, you could actually use Dolphin twice, two cards out of opponent's hand. No, we're going to do it once. So from here, I would then link off my two level 4s, get into Isolde, this effect to add. Now this is when you're probably hit by a hand trap, usually on a Isolde's effect, typically like an Imperm. No, I wouldn't say Imperm too, it's like a Gamma. But it's kind of funny, when someone tries to Imperm to add effect, if you know will shut it down, they should never do that if you have two warriors on the board, because you can always just make a second Isolde and go for the secondary effect. It's like, you know, bait it out for the first effect. You have extenders going to the second Isolde, which is why you should always play two Isolde. But in this situation, we just add some random warrior, and I like to always add Torn Scale, because, you know, since the combo does get rid of a Phantom Knight, it's not going to be a viable engine at the moment. We'll add Torn Scale to a hand. Here we'll actually use Dolphin's effect to discard the Torn Scale, or whatever thing you add in the situation to rip a card opponent's hand. Down to about 4 cards. Here you're going to do full combo by now going for Isolde's effect. I send all your gosh darn quit spells and, you know, end up with your board. We're not going to kind of stop on there, okay? So we'll just kind of fast forward what it would be at that situation. This kind of hand, you're going to end up with an Appaloosa with 2 materials. You're going to end up with Dragster. You're going to end up with a Kaiser. That will have one material left, so, you know, we'll have that. We'll end up with these 2 cards special summon. And you'll end up with 2 more cards in your hand. These cards would be that, and since we actually already had the rank up, you're actually searching out with the Phantom Knives cards, Shade Brigadines. You have a chance for extender on the next. Really cool. So you're in the turn by just setting the rank up spell. Now I see a lot of people like to say, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna set a double or nothing because it's not a good card. That's true. You can that. I don't really see the point of it, use it as a bluff in my opinion. Because, you just go and wipe the board with Kalyuga anyways, typically. And, if you wipe the board already, it doesn't need to be there. And you also say, oh, hey, so it's to kind of be like a protection buffer for your set cards. Like, oh, I could set Double Nothing and a Phantom and Phoenix Blade. Again, that's not a very good play. It only helps it against like Twin Twisters or Cosmic Cyclones. You're playing Dawn Draxler, which kind of takes away that effect because it can negate cards during the standby phase, which is right. So yeah, we had 2 extenders. We're gonna end up on this board. Alright, let's see another hand. Let's see another hand and see what I think we can get out of that. Okay, we're gonna brick. Alright, this one here, this one actually, I'll just kind of tell you what I have. This is a great going second board. We had going second. We have 2 hand traps, 2 very good hand traps. The stable Ash Blossom plus the Nibberwood is the wipe any combo board off the planet. Looking at the board, we have a Torn Skull, and also 2 extenders. It's kind of fun. You can actually kind of bait out thinking you're playing Burning Abyss because you have 2 level 3 all sort of staples, Junk Forward, and Torn Skull. Let's see else. A draw would be Overdone Barrel. So this actually, in my opinion, would be your discard card. Either that or the Shade Beginning. I would use the forward. Actually, yeah, in this situation, I would use this as a discard fodder. I would start off by going Special Summon out forward, and then normal summoning out Torrent Scale using this effect. Discard Overdone Barrel. Because a lot of times what's happened to me, people have Gamma, that part of their play, and it's wiped out kind of your board. They're like, okay, that's his normal summon. He's not going, unless he has his extender, he's going to be able to play. Which, thankfully in this hand we do have the play, so we can always just go down the Shape Brigade up and do the basic Isode play, which will end with the Crystal Hockey Fibrax between the Core Dragon instead of having an Appaloosa. That's pretty good, but if we didn't have to use that, we would end with a free material Appaloosa if we had a double extend. Alright, so first 2 hands, very, very good indeed. Going forward with this one, again, this is a really good going first card hand. This is actually only going second card, and I really like this card going second. Most people don't play with Isode. They like this playing much of Edo Extender, like the Autonomous Factory, which, listed playing hand traps doesn't help you at all. I think this one is pretty good because it just guarantees base out in the gag. This shuts down Appaloosa for sure for free. It's a perfect trade. Even like if it was set with the Scrap Dragon or Little Savage Dragon, you can just play this card against it and it's going to force out that negate or anything else that's an honor negate. So I like that. It's pretty good. Now looking at this hand, if I was going first, I have I basically have free free monsters on the board. So that's going to be all Appaloosa. For sure, anytime you get 3 warriors start off with the combo, it's Appaloosa, 4 warriors, it's going to be the free Pip Appaloosa and so on and so forth. So in this play here, look at what we have. You could either go for a special summon of the stage or special summon out forward. We'll just say I special summon out the sage, normal summon the forward, special summon out lady, and then you better go into your play. If we have the cross out, which helps against the hand trap too. Axe of Fools going second. Also going second, we would draw into a Dolphin, which actually would take the place of probably forward. In my opinion, I would normal summon the Dolphin instead, discard the forward. Honestly, it wouldn't really matter, maybe because they had the exact same attack, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we'll use that to kind of rip out a hand trap like an Ash Block. Alright, next hand. Now again, 4th hand, very good. Got double extend. It's only 1 extender. If you look at it this way, this is actually just going to be a basic combo. You would special summon out either the Junk Forward, or you special summon out the Scented Sage and normal summon Dolphin. This card, it's just going to be fodder in the hands. May normal summon next turn, hook into our second Isode. We do have the hand trap impermanent, which is nice. You got 1 hand trap, got 4 combo. Draw next turn. Got a second hand trap, so that would have been pretty good. Wouldn't help much since if it was going second, since we down the first turn. We did have 1, and we do have a situation we can pass Blossom on second also. Alright, so we have like 5 hands. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, this one here, that's going to be our first brick going first. Okay, going second. This is a pretty good hand. And let's just see what our tie is. Is the Warrior, Okay, it's not a warrior, so this one gets it kind of complicated, but we can still do something going second, okay? This is very uncommon to us. This is the OTK actually going second. Alright, so let's just say this is in our hand, okay? Come back to our hand. Hello there. Right, so yeah, this is not going to be a firm first hand. This is pretty bad. But what we have here going second, we got Nibiru, and we also got Effect Failure. So that is very key at the moment, especially the Nibiru. We also, hopefully, we will hit him in the right moment. That'll put him in a monster in attack position with low enough materials. Something we can kind of punch over. Let's say we drop the Effect Failure, negate something, and we also had to drop the Nibiru token, some form or fashion, in attack mode. Okay. Now, this is all hand not going second. Probably gets where we're going with. Not the play is going to be if they have somebody to negate, we're going to negate that with the Axle Full. Right, so good and done with that. Technically, I can go Living Fossil into Effect Failure, go into that with Primal Being, and I can go into Hockey Fabrics, but that's overly complicated, and we dodge our own Nibiru, okay? What are you going to do with this play? One more summon? Activate the Shape Brigandine to move it on up. And we're going for OTK. Okay, and this card may not even be used. What we're going to summon for a third summon is going to be Topu Double. Okay, Topu's double effect. We're going to detach the Elite, which is really nice because we also can just bounce it back to our summon it out for free. Also the OTK. Second. So we're going to bounce this add this card to a hand. Go into Utopia itself. Okay, so that's at 5k right now. Also use, well, you could use this to summon itself out. Unfortunately, so we got 1, 3, 4. Yeah, in my opinion, I would not go for the first elite because this was how you run into your opponent's own Nibiru, which is card. But if you can almost guarantee they don't have Nibiru, you would Zephyr's effect, bounce the axe back to your hand, weakens your opponent's monster, and summon out your Zephyr's elite, and then you go to battle. This attacks into the token, no matter how strong the Nibiru token is. I doubt it's going to have over 10k. So negate its effect, action, activating double or nothing, attack again with 10k, to whatever, and then you can clear the board with 3,000, 1,600, and you're probably good to go, my friend. Yeah, it looked like a pretty bad hand. You would not hope us at all going first. Going second, it's pretty good. And main phase 2 to somehow survive. Doubt they would. You can also just pop down a big old pop of those. Have more interruption. Right? Yeah, pretty good. And they also got the Renegade next turn with Axel Folds again. And a follow up with Living Fossil. It gets saved like a feather. Alright, so replay. Don't want to see the replay. No. We reset in the deck again. Let's see what else we get with these hands. Okay, very interesting, very interesting. There's 2 routes you can go. Do you want to go with the Appaloosa play, or do you want to go with the dodge and a hand trap play? Okay, because those are the 2 forms we have right now. Alright. Now, the Appaloosa play is going to be the normal summon of Armageddon Knight, Kanan, Butterfly. Okay, and then Armageddon Knight is going to send. I'm going to use my brain for this one right here, folks. Going to send. Where you at? We're going to be sending out. And Cloak. Okay. And in Cloak, you could then banish, add the Shape Brigandine. We have basically the 2 Wars plus extenders, and you still be able to get into Plague Spreader, into the Cube, into Zephyros, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's one route to go, but not the one I would go. Okay, because when you have the chance to do Dolphin, you need to almost always do Dolphin, which does open you up to getting Gamma, and that's fortunate. You know what? This hits other cards like Ash Blossom. It will hit cards like Ghost Spell and Effect Veiler, so at least bait out those cards. So instead, what we will be doing with this play, going to normal summon Aqua Dolphin, staying the Butterfly, and then we're going to use Dolphin Effect, pitch the Phoenix Blade to look at the hand, rip out a card if we can. Inside from there, okay. And then from here, we're going to be special summon out the Dark Refer, this card in Armageddon Knight, and the Plague Spreader. Make sure we get our Armageddon Knight to do graveyard at some. faster and vanish with Fine Sword. Right, and always in a hand. Again, we'll be adding also the Shade Brigandine at the end. So technically, you could still maybe get an Appaloosa. Not actually, no, you wouldn't be able to really get an Appaloosa if this kind of board. But you know what? You could easily follow up with an Ice Shoulder into a Nightmare Universe on turn. All right, there's that hand. Do I think 3 more? Okay, 3 more hands. Nice little test to talk about what we can do. Okay, now one's just really, really bad. Okay, and then let's see what our top deck would be going second. Okay, now going second, no, we have plays. Okay, we have the one negate. That's fine. Got the instant fusion, which will help us get into Rajan. We could technically bait out negate also, and then we could also goes off, get extender with the ancient cloak. You know, going second, we could do some stuff. Going first, honestly, we made us set impermanent pass. So wait, maybe I had to hold in a. Actually, we may actually just hold impermanent hands and pass because not much we can do or we don't get. Because yeah, and also Drew with spells, so that kind of stumps us for a bit. Going second, we actually would probably try to end up with a we get to. Oh, we could probably still get into Utopia 10k damage. Let's see if we can actually. That's pretty interesting to me. See if we can. So let's add this card to a hand like we're going second. So we can figure out how to do because since we have 2 equipped spells, that's not help a lot. Now let's say we had to use this card. So be gone. We're going normal summon. After that, so we can get to the graveyard. Activate this. We're going to get out the Rajan. There's the Rajan. Going to link these off. Get into Isolde. Isolde effect to add. And to see, we would really add anything. Did not go for Dolphin yet. Haven't done Dolphin play, so we'll just add Connector so it gives 2 monsters next turn. Make a second Isolde if we need to. Okay, then we use our second effect. When we send in, so we can send out Axe of Fools. We won't be needing that. We won't Durandale. Not going to need Living Fossil. And unfortunately, we won't be able to do the full combo because we also send it Dark. Alright, but you know what? We'll still be able to OTK, I believe. And then let's bring out the Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight to get us such so many good. Alright, so look at what we have now. Thinking about it. Okay, so Armageddon Knight's effect is going to activate. And we're going to need some. Alright, so what do we send out? Let's go for zombie. But we could just do the simple play and go for. Oh, what would it be? Just send Torrent Scale and get the special off of Torrent Scale. We could send zombie, and also then zombie put back on top. We won't be able to do much from there. We'll be able to get into a place from there. You know what? We'll just do basic play. I feel like what I think would make the best play. We actually just gonna send a Torrent Scale. You know, just get a little extra damage on the board. We're gonna be able to then. Oh, look at that! We ran into a problem. We ran into a problem, guys. We had to activate impermanence. Ooh, that would stop the Shade Brigandine play. So, let's see what else we could have. Yeah, we'll learn these on our own selves. It has to be a face-up card. So what we actually would have to do, instead of sending the Torrent Scales, so it's just back on top, we're actually going to have to send out the Zephyros to. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, that's just going to have to be the play we'll have to make. Zephyros is going to go to the grave. I'll use Zephyros' effect. I have to bounce. Unfortunately, I sold it back and go get out associately. Here, you'll be able to do the overlay plays and help you double and get 10k smacked to the face, okay? Hopefully that kills, because at that point, you don't really have a follow-up play. That's just unfortunate. We can do. You know, you can always just add in your shape bringing for the next turn with connector and go to I would say Appaloosa play. But you know, that's probably the best you could do. And try OTK with the one hand. Yeah, not a very good hand, but you know what? It's not something you cannot do something with. It's something, you know, people need to stop underestimating about Dark Warriors. Like this hand here, very, very good. First or second. What I would do in this situation, I would activate Fusion going first. I'll smack it down on a Hand Trap Eater, Flaming Eyes Restrict before going for Horseman Army, which is going to search out our connector. Which we would then no more summon. Then get us out Dolphin. Where you at, Dolphin? Where you at? Dolphin effect. We'll discard Nibiru. Rip out a hand. Alright, in this part here, we will get into Appaloosa for sure by using the restrict when we get out our Gopher. This is a yep, you'll probably figure out something out. Yeah, let's see here. Let's see, I sold it from here, up. The only thing with this part here, we would better get Isolde when I talk about Appaloosa, but in an awkward time. It still leaves open for Nibiru, so we actually will probably just keep the restrict until it's used. If it's used instantly, then we'll probably trade off with the Plex Spread to make it into the Hockey Firebracks and use Hockey Firebracks and Isolde to make Appaloosa. If not, we probably actually just keep it till the end phase and let it pop, or if we have enough extenders, Appaloosa. If not, we'll fine keep it in the house. Alright. And let's get one more. One more Buckaroo. Here we go. And to finish off again, full smacking combo. You know, pretty good going first. Okay going second. Got the one Nibiru. Comes to be a next. Really good going. Here, no more summon. Discard. You have protection here. Discard. And the cloaks. Add the boots. Boots special summon itself. Go into Isolde. Banish boots to add a rank up. Already have it. So you add the Shade Brigadine. And then Tornado special summon out. Special summon out the Shade Brigadine. You both finish off with a Appaloosa. Yeah, that was a mouthful. Very much a mouthful. But okay, drawn. Look at that hand trap. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty. Yeah, I think that was our 10 test hands, and I think looking now, we had unfortunately we have 7 full cards, full starters, but then out of those we had really all of them that could OTK go in second or play some form go in second. They at least have one hand trap, even when we didn't have full combo. So you know, it wasn't like when a deck can't do the combo going first, it still can somehow do something going second. You're going to get at least one hand trap tip of the OTK going. Alright. Yep, this deck we're playing with, one I very much enjoy. I'll say typically in real life stuff, you know, your draws will be a lot better than what you get on Duel, in my opinion. So instead of like those 7 out of 10, I'll probably use like 8 to 9 out of 10. And I'll say, so, my experience, you know, if I just go back through there and I spin it a couple more times, you probably will see. Actually, check it real quick. So we actually do get full combo more often. Look at that, full combo. Run it back again. Let's see what happens. We get full combo again. Full combo again. Run it back real quick. Full combo again. Not full combo this time, but if we draw, full combo. You kind of see where I'm going with this. You know, this day is very, very consistent. Combo. Really weird hand on that one there. And one more time. Full combo. So yeah, even though forehand we had like 7 out of 10 with full combo, we just showed that you can technically like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5 quite easily. Full combo cards going second. Alright, that I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, helps you support me, helps me. Boy. Now, so other things you want me to test out with a Dark Warrior build, I for today along with Pale Beast Turbo, because Pale Beast Turbo, it just be the one deck that will eventually, finally wipe out the all future metas. Once people realize that Pale Beast is actually a card that was printed a long time ago, they realize it was nothing else. Yeah, nice thing to say. Look this week. Bad mind.